Mrs. C. I mean, Carly. She's really hurting bad right now.
All of this could have been avoided if you had simply told Kate that Sonny and Carly had had sex when I suggested you do so.
It wasn't my place to tell her.
Your implication being that it also wasn't mine?
Okay, it wasn't. And if you wouldn't have pushed it, we wouldn't have been talking about it. And if we wouldn't have been talking about it, Clarice would have never overheard us, opened up her big mouth to Kate, and nobody would have been the wiser right now.
So your position on infidelity is that it doesn't count if you don't get caught.
That isn't what I meant.
I'm so sorry. What is it exactly that you meant?
That Mr. and Mrs. C don't really count because they were married before.
I see. So, exes can feel free to sleep together regardless of the fact that they are currently married or engaged to other people.
Mr. and Mrs. C have a unique thing. Plus, they were grief-stricken over Michael. They weren't thinking straight.
Oh, so many excuses for their blatant infidelity.
Okay. You know what, Kate, your friend. I get that you're protective of her, okay? But it just happened once.
So that's the reason it doesn't count? Tell me, Max, have you cheated on me just once?
I mean, how could I cheat on you when we're just in a casual relationship?
So you have cheated on me. And it's my use of semantics that now makes it my fault.
No.
Okay. This is what I have to say to you. Kate Howard may have a better wardrobe, but I've got a better backbone. And you will never have the opportunity to cheat on me again. You and I are through.
Where have you been?
I had to change my shoes. I wasn't walking tall enough. Of course, that happens when you lean on a man.
What?
All right, now, the city council is going to ask you some very tough questions before they simply hand out building permits. So, your answers need to sound sincere. Since you are a man, and all men are good liars, that shouldn't be very difficult for you.
Are you okay? You know what? Who's to say you haven't cheated on me?
If you haven't cheated on me yet, you will.
I said nothing about cheating.
You made it crystal clear that you heartily condone it.
You know what this is? This is a guilty conscience.
Excuse me?
You're going on the attack to cover up the fact that you cheated on me.
That is a ridiculous assertion. Now you are just grasping at straws.
I don't hear you denying it.
That's because it's beneath my dignity to even discuss it.
Well, excuse me for lowering your standards.
Okay, you know what you're doing now? You're being a typical man trying to turn your transgression back on me.
You just can't admit you're wrong.
I'm right, you're wrong. That is a tactic used only by the desperate.
There you go again, doing what you always do, treating everything like it's some kind of legal argument.
Well, I'm sorry. If you find my manner overbearing and abrasive, you should have spoken up months ago.
Okay, both of you. Stop now.
I don't know what's going on.
I'll tell you what's going on. What's going on is Mr. G and Betty willing to trade in a mature, career-driven, intelligent woman for a cheap 20-something in a tight sweater.
You'd rather be with the boss than the flunky. No wonder why you didn't want Kate to marry Mr. C. You probably wanted them all for yourself.
That is patently absurd.
All Mr. C's lady lawyers eventually fall for him.
Me? Attracted to Sonny? I have never been so insulted in my life.
Okay, maybe I...
But you know what, Max? Now that I think of it, you bring up an excellent point. Why did I choose the bodyguard over, let's say, an attorney or a venture capitalist? I could be spending my weekends in intellectual pursuits rather than holed up in some rickety cabin fishing till my waders rot.
You said you liked to fish.
Well, of course. Who wouldn't enjoy spearing the cheek of an innocent trout with a needle?
Then don't go fishing with me. Go to a polo game with some stuffy banker instead.
Consider it done. My slumming days are over. We're through.
Diane, maybe we...
I don't want to hear it. Be gone with you. Boy toy.